We are back with some breaking economic data.
So inflation rose by 0.1% in July. That's the month over month. Here's the number you're probably paying attention to, 3.4% year over year.
NBC News chief business correspondent Christine Romans is at the big board for us. Also with us is Investopedia's editor-in-chief and chief business editor of People Inc., Caleb Silver. Good morning to you both. Christine, let's start with you at that board to talk us through these numbers and how they do compare with previous months.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit cooler than we saw last month. That's good news. But remember, what is comfortable when we don't talk about inflation, it's 2%. So it is much more than that right now. Take a look here at the trend and what that looks like. You've got a little bit of improvement here. But when I look inside these numbers, I see a core inflation rate, which is when you take out food and energy, that's up 0.2%. Sounds really wonky, but that's the highest or the biggest month-on-month increase since last September. So that does show that inside these numbers, higher prices are still percolating.
All right, Caleb, your reaction. What stands out to you?
Yeah, we're kind of stuck here in this range, right? 3 to 3.5%, but it feels higher if you're out there shopping every week for your family. And if you look at things like, and I know Christine will take us through the categories, food prices away from home, but then you stretch it out and you think about how much things have increased in the past year. I'm looking at airline fares up 25% in the past year. Doesn't it feel like every time you go to buy an airline ticket,
ridiculous.
What that used to be $350, now it's $480. So sticky inflation, and retailers and service companies like airlines know they can keep it right here. We're actually paying for this and shelling it out, even though we feel terrible as consumers.
Yeah, no kidding. Christine, let's dig into these numbers by category.
Yeah, you know, and Caleb, you mentioned airfares. I'm looking at used cars and trucks because I need to buy a car, and used car prices popped up a little bit last month. So the new car models come out in September, so I'm sort of watching when's going to be the best time to buy a car because car prices have been a problem. I just filled this in for you. Food prices up a little bit, but food at restaurants, dining out costs more than staying at home. We saw that in those numbers. Energy prices down a little bit again. Remember, we'd seen some relief earlier this summer in energy prices. Shelter prices up 0.1%. I also looked, guys, at electricity, also up 0.1%. It's interesting. I was reading a Republican pollster who was saying never before had he seen Americans to a person know exactly what they paid last month for energy and for electricity and for car insurance. And so there is this affordability top of mind for everyone. So each of these little numbers, even a 0.1% increase, means it's more expensive today than it was a month ago.
Literally a discussion we had over the weekend while we were riding in a taxi in our household. Okay, so the Federal Reserve obviously paying close attention when they meet in
35 days, 5 hours and 15 minutes, but they're probably not going to do anything. The Fed's going to get another inflation report, the August inflation report, before it meets next on interest rates. And right now it's 50-50 on whether or not they move rates in either direction, which means they probably won't. We got that weaker than expected jobs report last week. That tells us the labor market's weak. So hiking rates to combat inflation right now might have the opposite effect on the labor market. Don't expect the Fed to change anything, which means rates are here for a while, and the price is the price. Probably going to go higher if there's more tension in Iran.
Christine, I know one of the other things that you're always keeping an eye on is wage growth and then how inflation stacks up against that, what that ultimately means for everybody at home. What do you see?
So if this top number is inflation in July at 3.4%, you can see wages growing only 3.2%. What does that mean? It means your family's purchasing power is a little bit less. It means your wages aren't growing as fast as the cost to run your household. And so that, I think, is still, it's been happening for a few months now, and I think that's still kind of this top of mind feeling for so many families, because even if they are getting a little bit more money in their paycheck with the wage increases, they're paying more than that at the grocery store and for energy and everything else. So that is kind of the backdrop of the affordability question, I'd say.
We have been talking about that for several months because I think people are taking notice of the fact that their wages aren't rising as fast as inflation right now. What is that doing to the economy? Just what's some of the advice you have for people who are trying to figure out the best way to stretch their dollar?
Yeah, they're going to have to continue doing it because rates are going to be right where they are. Even if the Fed moves them, it's going to be a quarter point, not a very big difference. So financing costs are high and prices continue to sort of trend higher right now. And if you're an airline or if you're a retailer, you know that these prices are pretty sticky. We are paying them and they don't have to move them down because there's price elasticity for the moment. At some point, consumers might tap out if the economy continues to weaken, but we haven't seen that yet.
All right, Caleb Silver, Christine Romans, thank you both very much.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.